It's us, Jane. We're
Yes,
on.
We're here.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Natasha Makes. Only it's not Natasha making today. It is Jane
It's
making
me.
today.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jane. What are we making
I'm
today?
making something super simple.
I like
super
super simple.
Yeah, really lovely. Half Metre Heaven friendly make. I mean, you can make it bigger. Just buy more fabric. We're all for that, aren't we? Buy more fabric.
What a hardship. What a hardship.
Yeah, really simple.
I love
Lovely
this.
beginner make.
This is beautiful. This is exactly what we need.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those patterns that you'll have in your stash that you'll go back to because it's it's a quick one and you can get it done quickly for last minute gifts and things.
For somebody's baby that's just come along and
Yeah.
do you know what, actually tomorrow we've got gorgeous baby flannel.
Have you? Oh, it'll look lovely in flannel.
Oh,
It would look lovely in flannel.
I did not consider this, did I?
But we've got beautiful capes.
We have got beautiful capes. So today we are unashamedly fabric cheating. We are not
such a thing.
Yes. Yes. Because there are those people that will only put cape with cape.
Yes. Mm.
We are cheating. We're fabric cheating.
We're mixing it up.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're having a little fabric party. And in our fabric party today, we have got Adita Sitar who's playing with cape. And they play very nicely
They
together.
play nicely together, they do.
It's like when you find that child that doesn't bite your child and they play well together and there aren't too many tears. Winner,
Yes.
they can come and play all day. This is
Absolutely,
perfect.
yeah.
This is what we have. They do not bite each other.
No, they
it's
look
perfect.
nice together.
Or pull hair or anything else or whack each other around the head with an elephant. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Well, you can't ask for more, can you?
No, what else do you want from a fabric? So we've got these. There are some ridiculous deals going on today, Jane. I don't know if you're quite aware of these.
I know of some of them. I've had a little hint of one, which I think is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're sitting comfortably, and let's just check that we've got
somebody
people
watching.
here,
Is anybody
actually
there?
here, because I'm not going to tell you what the deal is until we've got eyes on. So let's have a little look, shall we, Jane? Let's just see who we've got. So say good morning, get involved. Jimmy's here, Jan's here, and Auntie Lizzie is here. Jane Vivash is here.
Lovely.
Sharon's here. Good morning. It's good evening, really, to Jimmy, isn't it?
It is, yes. Yeah.
Which sounds really final, but it's not. It's just because he's in Australia. Joy is here. She says, good morning, Natasha, Jane, and good morning, everyone. Carlene is here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, yeah, people are coming on board. Joanne's here as well. Good morning to you. Claire's here from a misty East Yorkshire. Jane, you said to me this morning...
Oh, I had a horrendous journey coming in. It's very misty and a lot of traffic for some reason.
Whereas I got up, bimbled about a bit and went, isn't it a beautiful day?
It was when I got to Berkswell, yeah.
Yeah.
Up
Whereas
till that point, it had been pea soup.
Josh had left stupid o'clock to come up your way.
Yes.
And he decided to leave really early for a meeting. I mean, like stupid o'clock to go for a walk on the Peak District. So like, if I've got to go there, I will go and have a nice walk on the Peak District first.
Yeah.
And sent us gorgeous videos, didn't
amazing.
he? Of red deer.
Beautiful sunrise
Doing,
over the mist. Oh,
in fact,
fabulous.
he had a red alert for Northern Lights, so he actually caught the end of the Northern Lights
Oh,
and everything.
amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I missed.
So he started his day in a really mindful, beautiful way.
Yeah. Whereas I fell down the
I've been
stairs
like-
and made coffee.
In traffic.
Nikki's
fine
here.
now.
Oh, it's 7 p.m. in Tasmania.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got
7
Tazzie's here as well. Nikki's
Lovely.
here. Donna's here. Joy's here. Shirley's here. Jan's here. She's beautiful in Cornwall. Oh, don't. I'm not there today.
No, but it is gorgeous here now.
It's always gorgeous in Cornwall. Tina's here, Suzanne's here, Liz is here. Do you know what, Jan? It was that mean. My mum and dad are a member of the Foy Yacht Club, right? So on a Friday they go and have lunch there.
Nice.
So invariably I'll get a photo of a gin and tonic on the table overlooking the Foy estuary. And I'm just like,
Yeah, thanks.
thanks.
Nice.
Enjoying retirement.
Yeah, we'll be there one day. One day. Long time yet.
Liz is here, Anne's here. Like, I'm really pleased they're having a nice time, but
Yes.
you know, no need to rub it in. Sylv's here. Morning, lovely peeps. So am I, says Jan. What, enjoying a gin and tonic over the River Foy? I think she's Foy way.
Oh,
I might
is
have just
she?
made that up.
Oh, right.
I might have done.
But she's enjoying it, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
No one's going to... We're not going to
No.
judge over a morning gin.
Whatever.
Whatever gets you up. Barbara's here. Morning, Barbara. Pat's here. Good morning. Sophie's here as well. Hello, hello. Oh, and Karen. Morning, everyone. They're all. Oh,
They're
and
all
Liz.
here.
Hello.
Lovely.
Oh, this is. I like it when people come forward and
Yeah,
actually say hello, and
love.
then we know that you're there. Gemma will tell us who's there on YouTube as well. Debbie, how was your holiday? She went away with the other weekend because it was her Malcolm. Not my Malcolm. She's not gone away with my cat.
No.
It was her Malcolm's birthday.
Oh, lovely.
So she wasn't on the Zoom call because she was away with him.
Nice.
Whiz is watching from the warehouse.
That's good.
So if we need anything,
If we need anything, we can go, Izzy!
whiz. Yeah, okay. So now that we've got a few more of you here, I'll tell you some of our deals.
Yes, exciting.
I know. Oh, Ali G's here as well. Morning. Oh, hang on. Helen and Brenda say good morning over on YouTube.
Morning,
Brenda
YouTubers.
Rain. It's a good name, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
You know, there's some names that just sort of trip off the tongue. You go,
Yes.
"Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. And Pat, did I say that Pat was here? Pat's here.
Yeah.
And Ali said good morning. Right. Deals, Jane.
Deals.
If you were after a deal, what would be your ultimate deal?
Lots of fabric.
Okay, lots
ultimately.
of fabric.
Yes. Beautiful fabrics.
High quality fabric.
Yes.
Okay.
With a little bit of metallic in it.
Might be able to help you there. You have seen our Lisa Chandler fabrics enough times. We have got 1.5 shelves left of Lisa fabric before she brings out her new one.
Yes.
So it's not really enough for a show, is it?
No. No, unfortunately.
So we're down to those bits where we go, we can't really make a show. So what do we do with it? And this is where you guys benefit. So until we get our next big order of Lisa in,
Yeah.
we have got for you a deal where you get 2 half meters of Lisa.
Wow.
One of those will be a fan. One of those will be a small floral.
Yeah.
And then 6, look at me trying to count on my fingers, 6 fat quarters, lucky dip.
Oh, wow.
Guess how much? $29.99.
No.
Yeah.
That's, wow. That is one, that's like, is that a half metre free?
No, it's way
Well,
more than that.
that.
Way more than that.
Yes.
Because you are getting 2.5 metres of fabric there.
Yeah. Wow. That's not going to last long, is it?
Should have been over £40.
Nice.
Under 30.
Lovely. Bargain. Be quick. That won't last.
When it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's all I can
There's
offer.
not a
is
lot.
When it's gone, it's gone.
There's not a lot of it.
Yeah. Morning all, says Becky. We met Lisa at the Festival of Quilts. What a fab lady. I think you have been through a lot of gin with her.
What a thing to say. I don't think it was gin, was it? I think it was rum that went with something rather lovely.
Oh, she did us a rum pudding.
Yes.
We found a ridiculously high-proof rum in the cupboard that neither Josh or I were taking ownership of. We're like, I don't know, did that come when we moved in together? Was that in your spirit cabinet or was that in mine? I don't know, but it's in there now, so we'll just use it. And she did it with like, I think she did kind of like bananas with brown sugar, kind of fried, because, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, at least a pound, if not half a stone, drizzled with rum over ice cream.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, thank you.
I think I had that after I did the hedge cutting,
Yes.
so they were a bit straight. Yes. Oh, Jan says no, she's not on the gin, but she's just regularly on that club waterfront. Jan, it is one of my most favourite places on earth, just looking out over there.
Must be
Generally, I'm on the
beautiful.
other side of the river. I'm generally in the Old Ferry Inn, looking out, but they've kind of changed it a bit now and got rid of the balcony, which makes me sad. So I'm not there.
That's a shame.
Anyway, and then you just get the ferry across, go and get an ice cream from Game of Cones, and then
Fabulous.
and then you go back again. And if you're a local, then you have the local pass for the ferry. Reuben goes on the ferry; they don't charge him for the ferry.
Oh, that's cool.
And back and across. It's a
Brilliant.
it's quite a nice way to live. Yeah. So we've got that Lisa deal. 2 half meters, and then 6 lucky dips of fat quarters for under 30 quid.
Amazing.
And then we have got Half Metre Heavens until midnight tonight. Buy 2, get a third half price. Which, given that they are always ridiculously subsidised anyway.
Yeah. Ooh. This is a Half Metre Heaven friendly make.
Well, yeah.
And you know, if you bought more
It's
than...
not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence. There is some planning in with this.
For your Half Metre Heaven friendly deal. Hooray! Right, okay. Now, we've done some extra... These are sort of Half Metre Heaven-like, but they're not in the Half Metre Heaven deal because these are brand new capes just in. Hello, Karen. Hello, Rebecca. So, I wonder if Jan knows my parents. My dad looks like a skinny Captain Birdseye. That's the only way I can describe my dad.
Yeah.
And my mum looks, well, like me. With the spit of each other,
Yeah.
basically. Except she's got grey hair.
She's got a silver bob like me, hasn't she? Yeah.
Sometimes they have a silver Weimaraner with them, but not really that often, because my dad doesn't like eating with the dog. Anyway, but yeah, skinny Captain Birdseye Jan, that's what you're looking out for. On a Friday, that'll be my dad.
It's raisin hydrangea.
This is the one that you've made it out of?
Yeah, this is the sample.
So we have fabric cheated and put this with the Twinkle, which is the Adidas sitar. These are tiny, tiny stars. Because Kate doesn't like plain.
No.
Not like plain.
No. No, and this just gives it a little bit of texture and
it's
subtle.
The lighter parts of the leaves of the petals, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that colour. It gives it a real warmth.
It is, it's lovely.
Do you want to have a look? Hang on, let's just highlight this one. It's there. It's there. It makes...
That's what it looks like when you make it up.
It always just looks like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
There's a little bit, yeah.
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 It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ammonites.
This is so pretty. This is a lovely colour. I'm demonstrating with this one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Good job.
Look at this. So
this is your
lovely
neutral.
green.
Look at it with the green.
That's gorgeous.
There are so many different greens. This collection, this new Cave collection, Cave Facet Collective collection, all the words, is very green heavy.
Yes. I noticed that, which is unusual for Cave, because he's usually an orangey person, isn't he?
But this time, heavily green.
Yeah.
And so we've got this incredible mossy coloured green with little light stars, which are the light, pick out the light bits of the ammonites.
Yeah.
This is a Philip Jacobs ammonites. I did. You see, I played with ammonites yesterday, didn't I, Jane?
You did. You made
With
that
my
beautiful
bag. I actually finished it as well.
It's gorgeous.
So there are your ammonites there. That's the sort of thing that it looks like when it's in a project. Beautiful.
So there's another ammonites here. Now, you've done something different with this one.
I did, Jane, because...
To be truthful, the Adidas sitar is more on the softer, duskier side
And
colour
this
palette.
is neither soft nor dusky.
No, because this is what we consider to be cake, isn't
Yeah.
it? Bright pinks and oranges.
But there is this incredible, my
turquoisey
favourite colour coming through. And I may or may not have bought a couple of bolts of this one.
This is gorgeous. This
Which
is the shot cotton.
Glacier. No, yeah, it is
Yeah, it is
Glacier.
glacier. It's got like a deeper turquoise and then like a creamy colour running through it. It's beautiful.
So when you actually see, you can see the deeper colour there on the selvage. And then the lighter bits. There you go.
Yeah.
there. It's like painting with thread, basically, is how Kate
gorgeous.
describes it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's this colour that's in here, and it picks up that. Because this is my favourite colour, I may or may not have bought
More of it.
double the number. So anyway, that is also an option. Which why aren't we
Is
demoing
this
that?
one for today or is it tomorrow's?
No, this is for today because we've still got the mega metre deal of this with the metre of this and the metre of the black.
Yes.
Which means you could make double the size of the quilt on the wall.
Yeah.
But this is Sue Penn. I'm going to repeat my tremendously bad joke. It is stupendous.
Yes.
Still makes me giggle. How have we
It is
never
funny.
ever come up with that
I
before,
know.
Jane?
It's brilliant. Loved it.
I don't know how I've ever. Just not. Anyway, and we picked the yellow. We both went, oh, yellow would be nice, wouldn't
Yeah. Such a happy fabric that is.
it? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You see, Freddie would love that
Yeah.
because
It
it's
would.
it's
It's
that
lovely.
bright vibrancy
And
and colour.
actually babies like the bold bright colours, don't they? They see them easily.
Absolutely. So that's
Make a
another
good
option.
fun play mat.
Would Miss Iris like that?
Yes, because she likes yellow.
Ah.
She likes bright colours. She's like a mummy. She likes yellow. Look at this one.
Right.
This is such a pretty fabric.
Whether you make this quilt or not, you need this combination in your life.
It's just, look how calm that is. Calm, delicate.
It's stunning. And the
pretty.
stars are the same colour as this bit here.
Yeah.
It just works
It's just so lovely.
beautifully. Kind of high-fived each other when we found
Yeah,
this, didn't
that
we?
was
And
just
went,
so, yeah.
that's the one. That is the one.
Yeah, it's just lovely, and that purple is just gorgeous.
Now, there is a reason that these are not in the Half Metre Heaven deal.
Right.
Do you know why?
Well, because they're two designer fabrics for a start.
Well, yeah, that. But also because we've already done a cracking deal on these anyway.
Yes.
And, you know, we would like to...
This is jungle. It's gorgeous.
Right. I love the pinks and the greens. I thought I was going to hate this because of the brown, but I love it.
But it really sort of brings a richness to it. This brown
Yes.
is in there, in the background.
I could see just a normal cushion with this bound in that.
Yeah. You did a bag, didn't you? That was like a bit like the bag that you've done there. That was just like one,
Yes.
and that would look nice, wouldn't it? With that
Yes.
as the feature, and then just straps and maybe just a panel of it at the side.
Do you know what? Do you know what actually I'll do in future? And that is to do just a panel down the side, but have a bit in half there so that you can have that as a pocket.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
So that'll be my next make, then, won't
Yeah.
it? Because bags are easy to make.
Yes.
They're
Well,
really easy to make.
you say that because you make them easily. That's what people say to me about my quilts. I say, it's easy. They say, yeah, that's because you make them easily. Because you practiced. It's a bit of a, to me, it's like magic.
What, the
'Cause
bags?
Yeah, because
But
I
you
mean,
do
I can-
far harder stuff with a quilt.
I know. It's all subjective, isn't it? It's like dressmaking. People that just dress make all the time, they go, oh, it's easy. You can
She's
whip
Sharon
up a
dress makes and then gets worried about bag making. It's like,
Yeah.
what? No.
Oh, just whip up a dress in a weekend, it's fine. They look at a pattern and go all hot all over. It's like,
It's
oh.
funny, isn't it? It's really funny. Do you know what I've started writing, Jane? I started writing last night. Before Josh told me that he was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I realised that actually I needed to turn my
Good
computer off and go to
yeah.
bed. I've started writing a beginner's guide to using cork
That's a good idea.
because I suddenly realised that a lot of people are scared of using cork, and I see the comments on social media and like, oh, that looks really lovely, but I'm scared to use cork. Don't be scared to use cork.
No, I think people think that it might be like, you know, we had the cork tiles. It's sort of, and they were quite brittle.
The ones that I've got on my wall,
Yeah.
where by the dartboard,
Yes.
because
To protect the wall,
my
basically.
children are learning to play darts, and you know, yeah, basically that.
And I think people think that it might be brittle like that, so when you start to sew it, you've got to be really careful. But the one we use is beautifully soft, isn't it? And reacts like fabric. It drapes. It's got a lovely feel to it. It's wonderful.
This is the last one. So Gemma
Again,
did warn me.
It's limited on this, aren't
Two.
we? Oh. Was that
I
limited?
thought because this fabric only came in last week, I thought we had loads of it all
Yeah.
left. Turns out we don't have loads of it all
No,
left.
it's been very popular and I can understand why. And this, I mean, the colours in this are just gorgeous.
And then, of course, I went and used some.
Yes.
Sorry, not sorry. So we've got 2 of these and then that's done.
Oh, right. But nice.
Just saying. It's really nice.
Yeah. Be quick.
Yeah. Does it sound really weird having Cafe and Twinkle in the same in the same sentence?
I think it would make him laugh.
Cafe's Twinkle. No,
Cave's
that
Twinkle.
sounds wrong.
Yeah,
right.
no, let's not go there.
Let's move away from that. I'm just going to step away. Do you want me to turn the iron on?
Yes, please.
Are you using the Reuben-friendly iron?
Yeah, we'll be kind to Reuben today.
What you got today then? Show us, Jane. Show us your spinning
This
daisies.
is what we start with.
Oh, come on.
Look at that. How...
Did you fussy cut that, Jane?
No.
Did you not?
I just cut it. Just went, some cut it.
You
And
don't
so then you
care,
end
do
up
you?
with that. And it is, you couldn't get a simpler pattern. There'll be the seasoned quilters amongst us watching today, and they'll look at that and go, "Oh yeah, I know what to do."
Well,
a pattern.
Well then do it.
But we'll give you a pattern. We've got a lovely pattern for you, and there's a little bonus project in there which I'll talk about in a moment.
Hang on, what is there?
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah, a little
Oh,
added extra.
good job.
So.
The other thing to say as well, Jane, is just we've had a few emails regarding deliveries of fabrics, etc. We've had a bit of a blip with the old post,
Yeah.
and whilst we have been sorting, it's just even too lengthy to bother going into a miscommunication and goodness knows what else. Anyway,
yeah. And we've had bank holidays and we've had staff illness and staff on annual leave and just a bit behind, really, aren't we?
But we are catching up,
Yes.
and we would hope to get. Yeah, we've got everyone in cutting and making and doing. But yeah, just bear with us because the post office that we've been using, whilst they sort our account, which was meant to have been sorted and running again yesterday, but somehow wasn't.
No.
Because it never happens. They just don't listen, Jane.
No.
And we tell them stuff and they go, no, that's not the case. And then 2 days later, it was the case. Yeah, thanks.
You were right.
So, please bear with us. We've got a lovely lady at the post office working with us. But, it's a busy post office. Oh, and then they got robbed, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
None of our stuff was in there when it got robbed, but then that shut down the post office that we were using for a couple of days, so we couldn't get the post in there for a couple of days. It's been
like, when something goes wrong, it just starts to unravel, and it's been just like that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just been one of those things.
And then my tumble dryer packed up, and then my
my
washing machine leaked. So, that...
all of that.
Life happened is what we're saying, but we're getting on top of it and you will get your orders ASAP.
And we're really grateful because you've been really patient. The people that have been emailing today, they've been waiting for nearly 10 days for their order, which is not like us because we usually get them there within 4 to 5 days. So
apologies, bear with us. We're trying to sort it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're doing our bestest.
We are doing our bestest. Come on then, Jane. Show us your bestest here.
Right. So it is. I can't tell you. It's going to be a whoosh, and we'll do it all over again because it's a really quick make. You're going to have your 2 fabrics. You cut exactly the same things from both. So you start with a large square and a smaller square. As I say, you can get them from a 1/2 metre. Now, our 1/2 metres are 20 inches.
Yeah, they are.
Because we're generous.
Yeah, we are.
But if you've got a 1/2 metre that you think, oh, this is perfect, but you haven't got it from us, chances are it'll be exactly a metric 1/2 metre. So in the pattern, I've given you the smaller size to cut to get the same effect from your pattern if it's a metric 1/2 metre. We just like to give you that bit extra just so that you've got the room to manoeuvre it and make sure it's straight and all of that.
We've never, ever had a complaint that our fabrics have been cut too short.
No.
In 5 years. We never
We
have.
might have had one that says it's a bit wobbly, and that's usually because we've given you the beginning of the bolt.
And
we
have
haven't
compensated for it.
Yeah,
Well, if you
and we
actually
haven't
go and
bothered
measure
to trim it down.
Yeah. then you'll be quids in. And I remember one lady when we first started complained that her fabric was creased. Like, I'm sorry, we don't offer an ironing surface.
Do you not want to iron it first? It's funny. People are funny.
It did. I will never forget that.
Yeah. So you're going to have a large square. Now this would be charm pack friendly as well. This pattern.
Oh, nice.
So if you've got a charm pack, you could adapt it that way. I just realised I haven't quite got enough of my background squares. So you're going to need the same amount of your large and your small squares from each colour. It's all in the instructions, all the cutting and everything. It's not difficult cutting, it's straightforward. If you've got your stripology ruler, it'll be done in no time at all. Whiz. And you're going to, on the reverse of all of your little squares, you're going to draw the diagonal line from corner to corner on all of your squares.
Jane. What? I've just remembered what we've had come in. And I'm just sitting here looking at the fabrics going, oh my goodness. Sorry to interrupt.
It's fine.
But do you remember we had that steel coloured glitter fabric?
Oh, yes.
And it just flew.
Mm. You got some more coming in?
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here looking at all those blues behind you going,
yeah. They'd look gorgeous with it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to have a play with that later.
Keep your eyes out for a wonderful project, folks.
Yeah.
So you'll do all of those and you're now going to sew on that line.
On the line?
On the line. Now you might want to pin it. You might want to pin it in each corner just to hold it while you take it to your machine. Particularly if you're a beginner and you're not very confident in, you know, your fabric moving and stuff like that. You're going to sew on the line and then you're going to trim it, the corner off, 1/4 inch away from that line. So you place your 1/4 inch mark up on, oh, we're in the wrong angle. Can you change me?
Oh, sorry, yes. I can,
Lovely
Jane.
picture of my back.
I mean, why not?
So we're sewn on the line and then we're going to cut the corner off. Place the 1/4 inch mark of our ruler on that sewn line. Trim that off. Need a new blade. And then we'll press that triangle back to reform the square. This is a great opportunity for chain piecing. You'll get this really done very quickly. You mark all your squares, pin them all together, and then you'll chain piece. So you've got your main fabric, your print, with your accent fabric on the corner, and then you'll have your main fabric, your accent fabric, and you'll put your little corner, your square, in that corner. Now you're going to end up with a load of little triangles. That's quite a big piece of fabric in my book.
Yeah.
So rather than have lots of little triangles floating around, this is where the bonus project comes in. If you mark your diagonal on all your squares. If you mark 1/2 inch away on the square from that diagonal line in the middle, and then place that in the corner as before, but with that second line in the corner away from where you're going to cut, and sew on both of those lines this time.
Do you know what this reminds me of, Jane? I did a snowball quilt, snowball bag, no,
Yes.
cushion,
Yes.
a snowball cushion.
Yeah.
And with the offcuts, I put in a pattern for a pouch, a simple pouch
Yeah.
with all of these.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Nothing needs to get wasted, which makes me very happy.
So you can see on here, you've got your 2 sewn lines, both of them on the line that we've drawn. So the diagonal line from corner to corner that we did originally with this one, and then 1/2 inch away, and we sew on that line. We place our 1/4 inch mark on the middle line as we did before, and we cut that through. And what you've done then is you've just made your half square triangle at the same time. So now you've got lots of little half square triangle squares. You're more likely to use those than you are scrappy pieces like this. You don't have to use them now.
Yeah, because they're hard to put together, aren't they?
Yeah.
When once they're roaming free.
Once you've got them like this, I mean, you could always take them back and sew them up, but you've got a biased edge. You've got to line them up, make sure they're lined up.
The Lisa deal is live, yes. Jane, I'm just going to pop the link in there for you. But if you go to the website and you click on Shop Tuesday deals, then it is there. 2 half meters of Lisa and 6 fat quarters. Lucky dip. But you know all her fabric's beautiful.
Yeah.
For just $29.99.
You're not going to get any good fabrics, are you, with Elisa?
No. Karen's cat is just sending nonsensical comments. That's fine. We totally used to that. Morning, Brenda. Carolyn's here. Sharon's here.
I'm just going to mark the second line on these, and I'm going to make the 4 so I can show you how the block goes together.
Guys, you have to realise that when the Lisa fabrics are done, it's done. Like, we cannot.
No, because a lot of them are being discontinued anyway.
Yeah, so we cannot do this deal again, ever. And did you know, Jane, we have sold out of our advent calendars, but we do still have some of the 12 days of Christmas left.
Oh,
So if you want to do something in that weird week between Christmas and New Year where we're just full of cheese and a bit confused.
Yeah, that when you don't even know what the day is, never mind what's going on. You lose track completely, don't you, of time and everything. Right, I'm going to just sew these ones so that we've got the 4 made, and then I'll show you how the block goes together. As I say, you can chain piece these, even with the second line drawn on. Just go down all of the long one, the one in the middle. And then turn it around and go down all the little ones.
Oh, nice.
Just saves you time. Again, it's just a really quick make, and it's just, sometimes you just need a little quick make, don't you, that you can get. And, you know, we've all been there. We've lost our sojo. You know, we've gone into a bit of a slump, and we've like, oh, I've got so many things to do, and I don't know where to start, and I don't know how I'm going to, and I can't be bothered. But I want to sew something. This is the project that could get you back into it, because it's so straightforward and there's not a lot of thinking involved.
Well, like that.
Sometimes you have to think about stuff and it's not.
And so I was having this conversation with the other day of why do you sew? Do you sew for mindfulness? Do you sew for a challenge? Do you sew to increase your skill level? Do you sew to make something beautiful? Do you sew to gift for people? Why do you sew? I love gifting for people, and then I get really nervous before I give it to them in case they hate it or in case it falls apart. And then I purposefully have to go and look at shop bought stuff, and I go and look at their seams, and I feel a lot better about mine.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all done that, haven't we? We've all looked at something and thought, I could make that better.
Well, yeah, quite.
Yeah, we've all done
but
it.
But it's true, though, isn't it? And
yeah, and I think on a different day, it's a different reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we do it for all of those reasons, but some days it's more because it's for a gift for somebody, or some days it's just because I want to do something, but I don't know what I want to do, and sewing is my calm, happy place. So those are all my half square triangles for another day.
And they make a really nice little pouch.
Yes. Well, I'll show you in a minute what I did with mine.
Oh, what did you do with yours?
So, you're going to take your 2 squares now and you're going to sew them together in pairs. And you're going to put the little triangle on the left-hand side at the bottom corner, bottom left corner. And then the right-hand square, you're going to have your triangle in the top left-hand corner. So one at the bottom, one at the top. And you're just going to sew them all together in pairs like that. Just keep doing it. So you make 24 squares all together of each colour. No, you make 24 squares all together, so you've got 12 of each colour. Sorry, maths went out the window then for a minute.
So Sharon is asking what is normally in the 12 days of Christmas. So we don't tell you what the projects are, but they are small, achievable little projects. So each day you get another part of the project. So we do 3 or 4 projects depending on how much needs to go into it. And you get everything that you need for that project, including the instructions, all the fabric, any interfacing, any hardware. We don't assume, because we know that shops are difficult to get to during Christmas and New Year, we assume that you have nothing in your stash and we provide you with everything other than like rotary cutter and ruler and stuff like that. So they are just really, really lovely little projects. And we have people buy them and do them, you know, with friends or whatever, or
come together and do it all together, and it's nice.
But we don't assume a high level of any kind of sewing know-how, and you get your step-by-step photographed instructions, and by the end of it you end up with 3 or 4 little projects done.
Yeah.
And
nice
it's
little
just
things for your sewing room, little gifts.
Yeah.
Little nice things for
but
yourself.
very achievable little projects
Yes.
in beautiful fabrics, because that's what we pride ourselves in. And we're all good to go.
Yeah.
Talking of good to go, this is looking good to go, Jane.
So we've got them all in pairs now, and they've all got the little triangle on the bottom left-hand corner. So you're going to take 2 pairs, and you're just going to rotate the bottom pair round, just like that. Boom, like that.
All right, Tommy Cooper.
Not like that, just like that. And that you're sewing together. Now I've pressed my seam towards the square on each side, so the seam goes that way on that one and it'll be that way on that one, but you press them all the same way when you put them in pairs, and that way you can nestle your seam. So that'll give you a nice point at the top, and that's the only seam you need to match. You don't have to worry about any other seam matching, just that middle seam there.
Right, I am going to give everybody a little heads up for Friday deals, Jane.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. So I spent last night, because you know we had quite a few deliveries yesterday.
Yeah,
you know,
we
some
did.
interesting bags and boxes of
There
things.
were.
And you were like, what are all of these,
What's all
Natasha?
these things?
Hardware. We've done so many makes recently, especially with the cork and things like that, that have required hardware. Chicago screws, rivets, swivel clips, all those sorts of things that can stop you from making something if you don't have them to hand. So we have got all sorts of hardware. So this week's Friday deals is hardware heavy.
Oh, nice.
From £1.50 bundles to starter rivet kits to stuff that have tools in, or you know, top up bundles or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's there for you.
Nice. That's exciting, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? It's just, I've started putting together a little toolkit. You know, you can get those toolkits that have all the little compartments.
Yes.
And just putting my little bits and bobs in there so that I can see them and I know that I've got them.
It's always nice to see, because you can put things away, can't you, safely, and then when you can't find them, and you know you've got them somewhere, but I think if you've got a nice box, or like you say, just a toolkit with everything in, because you can buy those boxes, can't you, with compartments and stuff, And then you've got it then, haven't you? And you just open the lid and it's all there and you just think, well, I'll have that today.
I
I'll do
was
that
really
today.
tempted to buy some of those boxes and fill them with the hardware that we use.
Yeah. Oh, I bet there'd be people that would appreciate that.
Because it's all very well, isn't it? I mean, I've got boxes and boxes of different shapes, sizes, length of Chicago screws because I'm using them day in, day out.
Yeah. I bet if you asked, there'd be a lot of people that would say, oh, yes, please.
Well, then I can buy in bulk. Ooh, this is not a bad thought, Jane.
All these ideas coming together. It's lovely. So I've done the pairs, sewn them into pairs, and sewn the pairs into fours. It's that's the block. That is the block. It's not. It's easy, isn't it? You couldn't get easier than that, really, other than sewing just squares together. This just gives you a little bit more movement to your project. You'll make 6 blocks with your main fabric and 6 blocks with your accent fabric. I haven't made that many this morning. Just
Why
made
not,
2 of
Jane?
each.
Why not? Come on, doing.
So you make 2 rows basically. You do one with your main fabric, your accent, and your main fabric. And if you can see, those little triangles sit against each other here.
Which
and
gives
that's
it that
what gives
kick
it that
out,
little
yeah.
spin. And then your second block starts with your accent fabric, and then you'd have your main fabric in the middle, and then your accent fabric. And you're going to make 2 of row 1 and 2 of row 2. You'll sew those together into pairs, and then you'll sew your 2 pairs together, which gives you your lap quilt. You could do it just the 2 pairs, and you could make 6 in a row. That would make a runner, table centre runner. You could do 2 lots of 4. Well, you'd get 3 lots of 4, wouldn't you? Cushion covers.
Perfect.
So it's the sort of project that you can make smaller, make bigger, all sorts of things. But I think that is so pretty in those 2 colours. And then, as I say, when you've got all those little half square triangles,
What have you done, Jane? What have
that's
you done?
my little mat that I made.
Oh,
Now that
that's
could
so
have been made, you
pretty.
could fold that over, put a zip in it. You've got a little pouch like Natasha said. You could make 2 little mats. It could be a cushion front. You could add borders to it, make it a cushion front.
You could
That's
put some,
just a little mat that I can have on the centre of my table with a pretty jug on or something like that.
If you install bright it, then you can put
Yeah, you could make
hot
it
things
into that.
on, couldn't you?
I bagged out my quilt. By bagging out, I mean I put my wadding down, put my quilt top on the top, cut my backing fabric to the same size, put that right size together with my quilt top. So I've got wadding on the bottom, quilt top, backing, right sides together. And then I sewed all the way around, just leaving a hand's width gap on one of the sides. Trimmed the wadding back to the seam line and then pulled it all through. Pushed it out in the corners and round the edge of the seam, give it a good press, and then you can quilt it, ready to go.
Perfect.
So you don't have to think about binding, but if you wanted to bind it, you could, but you'd need, for this project, you'd need to buy extra fabric for your binding
Okay.
because there isn't enough left over for your binding,
Yeah.
which is why I bagged mine.
Perfect.
But it's just, I think it's going to be one of those that you'll go back to again and again. And
But if
having
it's
that
a
little
beginner
extra
quilt,
project as well.
that's really nice. Yeah. And if this is a beginner project, then actually sometimes binding is a bit terrifying.
Can be a bit scary, can't
Yeah, of course it can. Of course it can.
But
Jane,
we've got,
thank
in the
you.
instructions, I've got that little bit of information about what we did with that extra bit as well. So you've got your main quilt, and then you've got the little bit in there about what we did to make that little extra one. So I'm going to let you go now and get your bargains because you've got to be quick, otherwise you're going to miss them, I think.
Do you know what? I cannot stress this enough. When this Lisa deal is done, it is done. I cannot.
Well, there's not much left, is there? To
No,
be
there's
honest. Not, like we said, not enough to make any projects with. And and we're going to have some really lovely new in when Lisa's got it ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all to look forward to.
So today is the day to get that, and like we say, 2 half meters. One will probably be a fans, one will probably be a small floral because they're the ones that we have most of.
Yeah.
You know,
The nice blenders.
yeah, absolutely, really stunning fabrics, and then the rest will be. We've got florals, we've got all sorts,
Yes.
but just not in any kind of quantity.
No, just little bits.
Just
But
little bits left.
wonderful to have in your stash. And Natasha's got
gosh,
lots
yes.
of makes that you could use fat quarters for, little pouches, which always look stunning in Lisa's fabric, don't they?
Do you know what? Yeah.
They do,
Yeah.
because they're just gorgeous fabrics. Can't tell you.
You know, just
Lovely.
a simple pencil case.
Yeah.
Which is why we're making sure you've got a small floral in there, because they make beautiful linings.
Yeah.
They make actually they'd look really stunning in this,
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
they would. Yeah.
Really
2.5
beautiful.
meters.
We've
There'll
got
be a
some-
lot of you that are making stuff ready for school PTA, Christmas fairs and things, aren't there?
Yeah.
So you get your bargains now, and it makes it
Yeah.
less of an outlay for you.
Yeah, but you end up looking great because you've made it
'cause
out of
you've
beautiful
made
fabrics.
super little pouches and stuff.
Leslie says, phew, glad I found the last chance saloon for the blue ammonites. Yes, that is it. 2 left and that's it.
Yeah.
Cynthia says, greetings. Old-fashioned song comes to mind. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true.
Yes.
Oh, yes. There's always a
Our
song.
dog's called Daisy, our little black and white dog, and we're always singing that to her.
Yeah. Cynthia's all about an easy quilt. Absolutely. And Diane says, morning, lovely ladies. Derbyshire Di, watching from a cosy warm bed. It's gone cold here in Derbyshire. Hey ho. And Tricia says, hi from a beautiful, sunny, warm Liverpool.
Nice.
And Megan said, I sew for all of the above, mainly my sanity. And Lion Teen 1, a.k.a. Sue, just says, yes, please.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be it.
we're all for that.
Simply yes.
Yeah.
So a quick, easy show today. Sometimes that is all that is required. And Lo's here. Good morning, Lo. Are you feeling better, by the way, Lo? She thinks she had hand, foot and mouth from that there lovely granddaughter of hers.
Granddaughter had it, yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Sue just needs to rant. Have we got time for a quick rant?
Yes, you have a good rant, Sue. It does you good.
Sue's had a dishwasher trauma this
Oh,
morning,
dear.
and now she's got just part permits with Cornwall Council. You see, I have a bit of an issue with this, right? Because half the machines on Cornwall Council have taken so you can't pay with cash,
Right.
so you have to pay online. Half the time you don't have a signal, and then the other half of the time they charge you extra for paying via the app, which just feels really rude.
Yes.
Anyway, Just Park's ineptitude. So she's had a go at the council about that, who were very apologetic. I'm with you, Sue. I could rant about Just Park for a very long time. And the customer service at Just Park tried to say that she was inept and unable to use their app properly. Ooh. Oof.
Very dare
Sue
they.
suggested they had a software issue or programming problem, to which they implied I was too old or stupid to understand it. She did point out, what generation do they think started writing the software?
I was going to say.
You can vent, Sue, because there is nothing more annoying than technology or people that assume that you can't use it. Yeah.
My mum's had this with BT, and she was given internet phones which don't plug into the phone line because they're internet phones, and they wouldn't work. And she spoke to 4 different people, and
They
every
argued, didn't they?
single
Really
person
argued with her.
said, "Have you plugged it in?" And she's like, "It only plugs into the mains. It's a Wi-Fi phone." And they were like, "They don't supply you with phones that plug into the phone line anymore.
No.
They only supply you with the internet phones."
Oh, amazing. Lo said, let's face it, you're just a mere woman who still uses an abacus.
That's how you feel sometimes, don't you? Crazy.
Sue
You
says
just
no.
get to the point where you feel like you're talking a different language.
Sue counts with her fingers and her toes.
Yeah.
She's regressed. But you know what? It's a safe place to vent.
It is.
Yeah.
We're all good here. We take it.
We do, we do. You've had some of my events when I had tumble dryer and dishwasher and tumble dryer and washing machine problems all on the same day.
On the same day, yes.
Yeah. Which was the same day that my entire family went down.
I was going to say, it doesn't help when everybody's got a tummy bug either.
And I was boil washing everything left, right, and centre. And I'd reached capacity. I didn't have anywhere else to hang. I had 3 different clothes horses up with stuff hanging and draping. You can all of the staircases. We've got 2 sets of staircases. They all had stuff hanging off
draped
it.
over them. Yeah.
All of the rails that we hang all the quilts on, they had bedding hanging off them. It was like no.
Like a Chinese laundry.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. It was hanging off doors. It was hanging over the baby gates. The dogs getting over it. It was everywhere. It was absolutely everywhere. So yeah, we understand. And sometimes you just need a little rant. Jane, however, loves the little squares. I have loads of them as I've been doing that for a little while, and I don't like wasting those little triangles. I have pots and pots and pots of them. They do make lovely
and to
little...
do it all in the same go just makes you use them, because otherwise you just end up with a load of random triangles and you're just like, oh, I can't be bothered with any of this.
No. I think we need to go. Yeah. Because, you know, Sue's just showing off now with her counting on fingers and toes. But we will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow, Jane, tomorrow is all things brushed cotton.
Oh, lovely.
And it's not just the Tim Holtz.
No,
so we've got
lovely, treaty, nice
like
ones as
Tim
well.
Holtz,
Well, not that Tim Holt's not nice.
Winter brush cottons.
Yes.
And again, we had someone asking for male fabrics. A lot of those Tim Holtz can be for male makes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because I keep thinking about Gemma's husband who gets cold hands with his diabetes.
Yes.
And I just think actually a little hand warmer made out of brushed cotton would be gorgeous, right? Really gorgeous. And scarves and things out of it as well. I'm going to see if I can adapt the, you know, the keyhole scarf I did.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And do that out of brushed cotton. I'm going to have a look and see if I can do that.
Yeah, nice.
But then also we've got children's type brushed cottons, so wipes. We cannot get enough wipes in our house. We mop up after the dog, the children. We take makeup off with it, everything, and it all goes through the wash, boil, wash, bang, through it goes, perfect, lovely. Makeup wipes, especially for me.
Yeah, sustainable.
Absolutely brilliant. Love it. We have done in the past, we did where we backed with a normal cotton, with a Lewis and Irene fabric. We did toweling on one side, and then we did Lewis and Irene plain to do kitchen wipes.
Yes. Yeah, like a reusable kitchen roll.
Yeah. I've had another idea. I've seen another way to roll those.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah. And it just made me... Yes, Jim Jams as well, Jean. Perfect for Jim Jams. Yes. We've also got Christmas brush cotton. But it just occurred to me that there is another way to do this that doesn't involve poppers and everything else. Right. When Josh went to Costco and came back with like an 18-pack of kitchen wipes. And it just annoys me because that's just all going to be thrown away, and what a waste of money.
Yes.
So, yeah, it got me thinking, do you know what?
Yeah, it's good.
There's got to be another way. So we'll look at all of that tomorrow, all of those uses, washing, hot water bottle covers.
Nice, yeah.
All those kind of things. And actually, your quilt today, made in the little kiddies...
Yeah, it would look lovely.
Beautiful brush cotton would be stunning.
All snuggly and lovely, yeah. Yeah. Or back it with brush cotton instead of, you know, that's your backing fabric, so you've got a double-sided.
We've got Lewis and Irene brush cotton. We have got Tim Holtz brush cotton, and we've got Robert Kaufman brush cotton. I mean...
Nice.
What more do you want?
Better than that.
What more do you want?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Anyway, there we go. So yes, Jean, Jim Jam's at the ready, and we will see. And the nice thing is, of course, it breathes because it's cotton.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, then, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you ever so much for watching, Jane. That looks absolutely blinking gorgeous.
It's a pleasure.
We love it, love it, love it very much. And now I've completely lost where we are and whether or not I can actually bring us back so that you can... I didn't realise we were still on that screen.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
So that we can have a little wave and a little thank you very much, Jane, for your
welcome.
beautiful quilt. Yeah, grab the... I can't believe some of this cape is already sold out. That's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But well done to those of you.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's...
Yeah.
We've got more space on the shelves now to make more fabrics.
Good, cut it and send it, and we'll
Yeah.
get on with that. So thank you ever so much, everybody. We will see you here tomorrow. Take care. Grab your Lisa mystery bundle, and we will see you in the morning with a little change of pace with all things brush cotton.
Nice.
Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.